Hi everybody, Laura here for Honeybee Stamps. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a fun, colorful, dare I say, Hexo-tastic. Is that too punny? Well, that's where I'm at. But I love its Hexo-tastic project, and I'm featuring the Hexagon Patterns Stencil. So I have a panel of Neenah Solar White cardstock that I adhered to my grid mat. And here's the two Hexagon stencils. One's larger and one's smaller. You can see when you line them up together, they don't really line up like you think they would, but I am going to take one of the smaller hexagons and nestle it right inside the larger hexagon. So we're going to have layered, ink blended hexagons. It's the stuff of my geometric love and dreams. So first I start with the larger hexagon stencil, and I'm using Distress inks, starting with my favorite color in all the land. Always has been, always will be. Twisted Citron. And I do use my mini ink blending tools, which I never switch out the sponges. So sometimes I have a little Distress Oxide ink on these, and it's a little mixture of oxide and Distress ink. I don't care. As long as I get the color that I love, Mama's happy as peach pie. And that's what it is. So now moving on to Cracked Pistachio. And I've said for years that Twisted Citron and Cracked Pistachio are like peanut butter and jelly. So this card uses my favorite Distress ink Cool Tone quartet, right? It's Twisted Citron, Cracked Pistachio, Mermaid Lagoon, and Blueprint Sketch. Now I'm doing the Mermaid Lagoon, and my ink blending sponge on this one in particular is worn right out. It was splotchy, it's ripped, it's given me really poor results. I almost wanted to start over, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to start over because I want you to see how forgiving this really is. If you get splotchy ink blending results, don't quit. Just keep going over it. And then we start layering over the smaller hexagons. It really covers up any imperfections. So have no fear. This is all about having fun with the hexies. Okay, I need to just... I'm getting real cheesy and I need to just calm down, okay? So I'm bringing in the smaller hexagon. Now you can see there on the top left, I'm kind of nestling that smaller hexagon inside the larger one, and I'm masking all around each side with Post-it tape because I'm going to ink blend right in the center. I'm going to go tone on tone using same colors on same colors. So this is Blueprint Sketch. I'm just going to make it a little bit darker, and I do that by just pressing harder. That's what I do. And then you'll get a darker hexie right in the middle of a lighter hex. Look at this. I mean, forget about it. Okay, so then you do have to kind of peel back a bit of the Post-it tape to make sure that you can center your hexagon again. I just use that same hexagon for every one of these. Peel back the Post-it just to get a peek, center it, lay it down, ink blend, same color, tone on tone, a little bit darker. Bada boom. I'm going to work my way around. And that's right, I'm doing every one of these hexies. Well, I'll tell you why I need to just calm down. I'm giddy. I'm giddy today because I just had a delivery from, are you ready for it? IKEA. I know, IKEA's my downfall. I love it. Like the catalog, I could pour over it for days. I don't know, I love interior design, especially IKEA style. I don't know, I love it. I also love Target. Like I always said, if I wasn't making cards, you know what I would love to do? I would love to work for Target for their kids' clothing department. They have a line called Cat and Jack. And I swear to you, every time I see Cat and Jack clothes, it's like they went inside my brain and they put it onto kids' clothing. It's everything I think about. I mean, have you seen the Cat and Jack line at Target? If you haven't, you need to look it up. You need to go there, stand in the department, and then you can just feel what I feel. Like, it gets me. Okay, so working my way around, finishing off all these cute little hexies. Now I'm going to trim off this panel. You can see where my Post-it tape kind of blocked off. That's okay. I always start with a larger panel because I'm going to trim it down, get nice clean edges, try to center my pattern if I can. Now I'm going to add some strips. You know how I like to strip it up. Now this came right out of my scrap bin drawer. Literally, this red strip came right out of my scrap bin drawer, and I'm going to trim some warm tones. Okay, so the panel is cool tones. The strips are warm tones, and I am not measuring. In fact, I want each strip to be a different width. I like it. I'm going for it today. So you know what I say? Like I've been saying, I feel like I'm a card making stripper. I can't stop it. It's what makes me happy, and I especially love putting these warm tone strips on a cool tone background. It's like instant happiness. I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know. It's like a good spaghetti. And I don't know if you know this about me. I don't even know if you care to know this about me, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I take my spaghetti seriously, okay? I make a lot of pasta, probably 2 to 3, well, at least 2 to 3 times, maybe 3 a week. And I don't know if my family's sick of it. I don't really even care. They have to just come to accept the fact that that's who I am. I like pasta. I like bread. And, okay, for the sentiment, I'm using the Friends Honey Cuts word die. So I'm die cutting the outline out of vellum, the word die out of gold glitter, and then I do a few out of white to stack it up, make it nice and dimensional. Okay, so back to spaghetti. I take it seriously, and I gotta tell you, ever since we moved here to Germany, I don't know if it's the butter, the cream, the Parmesan, the tomatoes, I'm not sure, but the tomato cream sauce here is killer. And now here's the controversy. I like to, as soon as my noodles are al dente, I like to drain them, dump them in the sauce, mix it up, plate it, eat it right away. Boom. But I got a couple people in my family that don't want that. They're like, please, could you not drown my noodles in the sauce? I prefer to have plain noodles and put a little dab of sauce on the top. I'm like, why do you have to hurt my heart like that? Like, why do you have to offend me? So, you know me, being the people pleaser that I am, I don't throw the noodles in with the sauce. But I'll tell you what, it chaps my khakis. And the things you do for family, you know what I mean? Like the sacrifices that you make, especially with pasta. Okay, so now I am kind of putting all my pieces together in the MISTI here, getting the lay of the land, because I'm going to add a coordinating sentiment from this Friend stamp set. I like the hey there, so it'll be like, hey there, friend. And I'm nestling the hey there right where I want it to go. And then once I get it lined up, I'm going to ink up the stamp with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. The best sentiment ink you'll ever use. Okay, now I'm going to start assembling the card, just popping everything up. Pop up the panel on a nice white card base, 110 pound. Been switching over to a nice sturdy card base. And then for the sentiment, I just glued that one on so it didn't get too dimensional. I have been known to get out of hand with the dimension, but I like it. So, and then finish it off with a few sparkling clear sequins by Pretty Pink Posh, and this card is finished. So what do you think? Are you digging the layered hexes? And do you like your noodles mixed in with your sauce? These are things I need to know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.